on, tool groupies, tradesmen, do-it-yourselfers. Today on the channel, we're checking out Michael Pro Tools MP001210. So let's get to it. Model number MP001210, manufactured in Taiwan, chrome vanadium alloy steel. And this is Michael Pro Tools 3-piece multi-position 72-tooth extendable flexing ratchet with locking gear head. You can see everything does come pre-packed in this nice heavy-duty foam storage tray. So all you got to do is pull it straight out the box, place it right there inside the top drawer, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now I can tell you one thing for sure, these Michael Pro ratchets are definitely different than anything else you've ever seen before. You get a 3-piece set in each drive size, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch drive. Each one of these are a 72-tooth round head design. To the tooth count on these. Conversion switch is right here on top of the gear head. It's kind of triangular shaped on each point here. Bridges around the outside, that way you can easily get grip. Die stamped indicators right there showing you which way to go. Quick release button right here in the center. What to do to switch directions is rotate that dial around, and right there you are. You can switch directions nice and easy. Said these are a multi-position ratchet, and the one feature they do got that a lot of tradesmen like is the fact that they got a flexing head. There'll be certain situations you get into, you need to access a fastener at a specific angle. You could easily do that by switching the head to whatever angle feature needs the best. Of course, this is not a free flexing head. It's more of an indexable head because it's got those little ridges right here. Altogether, you got about 10 different positions and angles to choose from on each ratchet. Another great feature about these ratchets is the fact that it extends. Most of the time, whenever you're working on something, you'll have a traditional length ratchet and it'll get the job done perfectly fine. But there is those situations you get into where you find yourself reaching for a cheater pipe. Usually you'll pop the cheater pipe over top of the handle, you'll apply torque to it and break that fastener loose. The problem with that is once that cheater pipe's on there, you're applying all that force and all that leverage, you're putting all that pressure on the gear head assembly and the anvil itself. Generally speaking, you can check out a bunch of different videos here on YouTube and other social media platforms. You'll find people testing ratchets all the time until the anvil snaps clean off the ratchet. That way they can tell you what type of breaking point it has. If you're using one of these ratchets, you can do your general purpose repairs. You get into a situation where you find yourself needing a little bit longer handle or a little bit more leverage to get that fastener broke loose. All you got to do is extend the handles on these, and right there you go. Instant leverage in the palm of your hand. One ratchet, you got leverage. You got different angles that you can get to. It's got a round head design, so you're going to get a little bit more clearance, a little bit more arc swing. Together, these ratchets with a 72-tooth design produce a 5-degree arc swing. The feature on this tool that I find amazing is the fact that you can turn these into a breaker bar and you reduce the risk of tearing up the gear head itself. On the exterior of this gear head, it looks like a thumb wheel ratchet design. If I turn it sideways here, you'll see that there's a pin sticking out. It's got knurling all the way around it. Using this ratchet as a traditional ratchet or an extendable ratchet, the pin needs to be popped up. That way you can actually get the gear head to engage. If you want to turn this thing into an impromptu breaker bar, all you got to do is line up that thumb wheel, hit that button right there, and then push down on it. By doing that, you just now transition this ratchet from a regular ratchet to a breaker bar. You ain't got to worry about the leverage and the force that you're applying to this ratchet tearing up your teeth on the gear head. Protect all the components inside this gear head. Your paw, your teeth, the whole 9 yards. The moment that you compress that pin, it locks it into place on the outside of that thumb wheel. You can apply all the leverage you want to, and if this ratchet was to break, it's going to break at the anvil as opposed to the gear head. Actually, look at how thick it is right here on the gear head itself. It's actually a pretty thin profile ratchet head. The bulk that you're getting from this is going to be up top, but it's going to be no different than a traditional style ratchet. Put this Craftsman up beside it, but you're going to see that it's not that much thicker than a Craftsman. These are going to be some great ratchets to have for general purpose repairs, simply because I can use it as a regular ratchet. Need to index the head to get a specific angle, I can easily do that. If I need to extend it to get a little extra leverage and force, I can do that. If I want to use it as a breaker bar to break that fastener loose, it's really simple by locking in that pin right there. Now once I'm ready to use that ratchet again, I just push it back up the other side and I'm ready to rock and roll. I would about guess that there's a spring or a detent ball inside that pin head assembly right here that keeps it in place. All in all, the ratchets themselves are very nice. It's got a good ergonomic handle. These things feel good in the hand. Balanced out pretty good for what you get. Anytime you extend this ratchet, I wouldn't recommend putting a cheater pipe on the end of it because this part of the handle is going to be hollow down through the shafts. It's got a set screw right there keeping it in place along this milled out channel. Got a high tension hex screw running through the forks on each one of these. 1/4 inch drive here as is. It's about 5.6 inches long, and whenever you extend it, it's about 7.5 inches long. 3/8 drive starts out at 7.3 inches and extends up to 9.8. And your 1/2 inch drive is 9 inches long, but it extends all the way up to 12.4 inches. The video we're doing here today is just going over the basic specifications of these tools, giving you my initial thoughts and first impressions. Want to see these tools in action, or you want to see the after action performance review? Make sure you pop the clutch on that subscribe button, because I will take these tools, test them in the trades, and then return with those videos. If you're someone who happens to have these tools already, why don't you comment down below, let us know your thoughts and opinions on these. I tell you for a fact that Michael Pro Tools has some really good quality tools for you to choose from. Good mid-tier brand to have. If you're not going to buy off the tool truck, you should definitely check out some of the Michael Pro tool line. Good quality tools, great warranty, they stand behind their products. Products like this are very practical, functional tools to have, and a lot of people's going to appreciate having them. The fact that you can do multiple things with this one ratchet set is going to reduce the amount of bulk that you have to cram inside your toolbox to get a job done. Indexing feature, the traditional ratchet, the extendable ratchet, and a breaker bar. Matter of fact, Father's Day is right around the corner, and if your pops has already got a ton of different tools, chances are he don't got these, and they're definitely something different than what might be in his toolbox already, and they're well worth investing in to check them out. It's going to be a brief demonstration video. You You got your standard 3/8 drive ratchet right here. I'm going to use it as a regular ratchet. That ain't no problem. You simply stick it on here and you start turning just like you do any other ratchet. Now it will do the job you need it to do, but what if you get into a situation where the fastener itself is seized up? You don't want to put all that strain on top of your gear head, because all the paws on the inside is going to wear down over time. You push down on that button, it locks it into place. You ain't got enough torque here. All you got to do is extend that handle, gives you all the leverage you need to go ahead and break that loose. And with that gear head locked into place, like I said, you're saving your paws from being damaged. You get the fastener broke loose where you want it at. You simply reach down here, pop up on it, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Using like a standard ratchet, you get into a situation where you need it at an angle. Right there you are. Just index the head and you can clear all those obstructions that would normally be busting your knuckles up. Right there you are. Be it for this video. Now it's time to take these tools, test them in the trades, and keep doing that blue collar hustle.